Imagine this. You're scrolling through Instagram, seeing girls your age traveling, buying homes, and launching businesses. And you're stressing over whether you can even buy that $6 latte without feeling guilty. That quiet pressure, that's the trap we've all been pushed into. We were told, work hard, go to college, get the job, and you'll be fine. But let's be real, most of us are paycheck to paycheck, trying to survive debt, and feeling like we're always behind. That dream we were promised, it feels broken. And then comes the guilt. Wanting more feels wrong. Like asking for a better life makes you ungrateful. But sis, here's the truth. You don't have to apologize for wanting abundance. Here's the setup. The system glorifies hustle culture. Work harder, sleep less, grind until you're worthy. But they never taught us the mindset game, the psychology of money that truly changes everything. The danger? If you stay in the scarcity cycle, it doesn't just affect your wallet. It bleeds into your career, your relationships, your happiness, basically, your entire life. But here's the hope. Once you notice the signs, you can break free. You don't have to settle. You are allowed to want more, and you are worthy of building the life you dream about. Here's a wild truth. Sometimes it's not the economy, not your boss, not even your income that's holding you back. It's you, or more specifically, your scarcity mindset. Hi loves, I'm Bella, and welcome to Money Talk channel, Real Talk, Smart Money with Bella. If you're ready to break free from financial stress and step into abundance, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. I'm here to help you shift your mindset, not sell you a quick fix. Today, I'll share 7 signs you might be stuck in scarcity mindset, and most importantly, how to shift out of it. Take notes, because some of these are gonna hit home. In this video, 7 signs you're stuck in scarcity mindset. Let's dive in. Let's talk about sign number 1, the never enough syndrome. It's that constant nagging feeling like no matter what you do, there's just not enough time, money, or opportunities. And girl, it's exhausting. It's like you're always racing the clock. You're working hard, but the finish line keeps moving further away. No matter how much you do, it feels like you're falling behind. And here's the wild part, 65% of millennials are living paycheck to paycheck. Even with decent salaries, they still feel like they can't catch a break. That scarcity mindset at work. Now imagine this instead. You wake up, stretch, and don't feel that tight knot of stress in your chest. You're calm, centered, and not worried about bills the second you open your eyes. Here's the contrast. Scarcity tells you I'll never catch up. Abundance whispers, I can create options. The shift is subtle, but it changes everything about how you live. Think of it like this, it's a leaky bucket. You keep pouring water in, but it never fills. That's why no matter how much you earn, it feels like it's never enough. Have you noticed how fast the words "I can't afford it" roll off your tongue? It's almost automatic, like muscle memory. Over time, that tiny phrase starts shaping your entire identity. We repeat it so often, we don't even question it anymore. But every time you say it, you're basically closing the door on possibilities before they even show up. And girl, that's like putting yourself in a cage with the key still in your hand. What if instead of saying "I can't," you asked, "How can I?" That tiny shift turns you from powerless into problem solver. It's literally the difference between shutting a door and opening a window. Imagine saying, "What would it take for me to make this happen?" Suddenly, your brain starts looking for solutions. It's like switching from panic mode to adventure mode. The truth is, saying "I can't" makes you powerless, but asking "How can I?" puts you back in control. It opens doors you didn't even know existed. And girl, that's where the magic happens. So next time you catch yourself saying "I can't afford it," pause. Try asking, "How can I make this possible?" You'll be surprised how your world starts to open up. Have you ever felt like no matter how many hours you put in, it's never enough? Like you're always chasing, always grinding, but still can't breathe financially? That's the trap of hustle culture, and girl, it's exhausting. Scarcity mindset makes us believe our worth comes only from how hard we hustle. The more we grind, the more we think we deserve to survive. But in reality, we're just draining ourselves. Millennials are actually called the burnout generation. We work longer, juggle side hustles, and still feel behind compared to everyone else. It's like running in quicksand. The harder you push, the deeper you sink. But here's the truth. Working harder doesn't always equal building wealth. In fact, without boundaries and strategy, hustle just leads to burnout, not abundance. It's like pouring water into a bucket with holes. Imagine instead working smarter, not longer, and having energy left for the things you love. Picture finishing your day, closing your laptop, and still having time for friends, family, and yourself. That's true wealth, freedom, and balance. Because real abundance isn't about how much you grind, it's about creating space for life to actually feel good. Rest, strategy, and boundaries are what build lasting wealth. And trust me, you deserve that. Let's be real, how many times have you scrolled through Instagram and felt like everyone else is ahead of you? The trips, the houses, the perfect lives, it's overwhelming. That constant comparison leaves you drained and doubting your own progress. Scarcity mindset thrives on comparison. It tricks you into thinking you're behind, even when you're doing fine. You end up measuring your worth by someone else's highlight reel. That's a recipe for constant stress and unhappiness. Studies show that 7 in 10 millennials say social media makes their money anxiety worse. And honestly, it's no surprise when everyone's flexing their wins online. It's like we're stuck in this invisible competition we never signed up for. But here's the truth. You're not supposed to run someone else's race. Your timeline, your goals, your journey, they're valid and unique. When you focus on your lane, life feels lighter and way more authentic. Comparison fuels jealousy, but abundance fuels inspiration. Imagine if instead of envy, you saw others' success as proof of what's possible for you too. That shift changes everything. You stop competing and start collaborating. So next time you feel stuck in comparison mode, remember this. Your journey isn't late. It isn't small. It isn't less. It's exactly where it needs to be. And that's your power. Let's talk about another sneaky sign of scarcity: holding on too tight. You might feel safer keeping your money untouched, but what if that safety is actually keeping you stuck? This one is a big trap for so many of us. A lot of millennials keep their savings just sitting in cash. It feels safe, but here's the truth. Every year, inflation quietly eats away at that money's value. So even while you're holding on, you're actually losing. Imagine instead if that money was out there working for you. Stocks, businesses, even side hustles, these are ways your dollars can multiply while you sleep. That's the shift from fear into freedom. Saving is good, it gives you stability. But if you stop there, you'll never reach freedom. Investing is the bridge from safety to abundance. Think of it like planting seeds but never watering them. You can't expect a harvest if you never give your money a chance to grow. Abundance requires action. So here's the truth. Holding on too tight isn't protecting you, it's limiting you. Let your money breathe. Let it grow, and it will carry you toward freedom. Scarcity has this sneaky way of whispering in your ear, what if you fail? And because of that tiny voice, you end up playing small. You choose safety over possibility, even when your heart is craving more. Think about it. How many times have you held back from asking for that raise, applying for that dream job, or even pitching your side hustle? Fear convinces you it's safer to stay where you are. Here's the truth. Women in the US are still 20% less likely to negotiate their salaries than men. That means many of us are literally leaving money and opportunities on the table. But imagine if you flip the script. Imagine boldly asking, pitching yourself, or starting that passion project even if it feels scary at first. That's how you step into your power. Playing safe feels comfortable, but it also keeps you stuck. Risks, when taken wisely, are the doorway to growth, wealth, and freedom. It's like refusing to leave the shallow end of the pool. You'll never learn how to swim in deeper waters. Abundance lives in the deep end, not the sidelines. Have you ever felt that tiny pang of guilt when you treat yourself to something nice, even when you can totally afford it? That's scarcity sneaking in. It convinces you that joy is somehow irresponsible. Millennials often cut back on self-care first when money stress shows up. It feels easier to cancel therapy, skip a trip, or drop your hobbies than to face the guilt of spending. But here's the truth. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's survival. Just like plants need water, Your soul needs joy to thrive. Imagine guilt-free moments where you invest in therapy, take that dream trip, or explore hobbies that light you up. That's abundance talking. Scarcity drains the joy out of every purchase, whispering you're not worthy. But abundance flips the script. You're absolutely worthy of enjoyment. It's like watering every single plant in the garden except yourself. Eventually, you wither, so love yourself enough to keep your soul alive and blooming. So, we covered 7 signs of scarcity mindset, from always feeling like there's never enough to guilt over self-care. If any of these hit home, it's not a sign of failure, it's awareness. And awareness is power. The truth, you deserve abundance. But mindset is the first lock and you hold the key. If this video spoke to you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs this message. And let's start a real conversation in the comments. Which sign hit you the hardest? This is Bella on Money Talk channel, Real Talk. Smart Money with Bella. Remember, sis, you're not behind. You're right on time to rewrite your money story. See you in the next one.